Welcome to the Christian O'Connell Show podcast.
3 Topic Tuesday. Every week we do this then. We run a couple of phone-ins at the same time. If you've got a story about it, that's what it's all about, your stories. All right. What was the first big thing you saved your pocket money for? Jackie boy, what was it for you?
Mine was an electric guitar.
Cool.
I had this image of myself. I just watched the movie Almost Famous.
Oh, great movie.
There's this image where they're walking off a private jet, fur coats, aviators on, carrying the electric guitar in their hand. I was going to Year 9 camp. I had this image of myself walking off the bus to camp, same way with the guitar in my hand. So much so that I even drew a picture of myself with the aviators on, with the fur coat on, holding the guitar, and kept it in my room. It's like, this is going to be me.
I think that's cool, though. Yes. Seriously, that's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Sadly, I did buy the guitar, sadly not before the Year 9 camp.
Oh.
I only worked once a week doing.
Did you just show everyone the picture? Like, this is a couple of weeks' time. Reality. Right. So, first big thing you saved your pocket money for. Best job you ever had. I was catching up with the big boss yesterday.
Yep.
He was telling me how a friend of his, what a great job he's had for the last 6 months. He travels around the world stringing tennis rackets. I can't name the player, but he's one of the top 3 in the men's. Ooh. Strings his tennis rackets.
What a great job, unless it's one of the top 3 who we all know is a bit of a whinger.
It's not that one.
Good job.
It's one of the top 2. What a great job. Yeah. He's in his late 20s. He travels around the world on obviously the Grand Slam tour. All he does is string the tennis rackets. I mean, it's obviously a very highly skilled job. I know it's something you think you just walk into as a temp job.
Like, I'm just YouTubing it now, okay?
So you're do you want them all? I've almost said the name of the guy then. Do you want them all done? Just the middle ones. Anyway, best job you ever had. Best job you ever had, this one, right?
I'm working it right now.
Thank you. Patsy, best job you ever had?
Definitely. Here, right now.
Don't like us making you all say that. Yeah. And this one I'm chucking in. We won't get a call on it, but maybe one day we might. Have you ever actually worn a disguise? Patsy likes that. Have you ever worn a disguise? Or is this only a thing you see in movies?
I think it's only in the movies.
You never know. Someone might have worn a disguise to follow somebody.
Disguises are so fake, though. Whenever you see the glasses with the big nose and the mustache, you know it's a toy.
But what about when it's just someone with like a baseball cap and glasses following a partner that might be cheating?
Yep.
I know it's my wife every day. I really am doing a radio show.
This is the Christian O'Connell Show podcast.
I'm not sure we're getting any calls on this tonight, but I'm asking it anyway. Have you ever worn a disguise? Loads of you calling in tonight. Let's get your stories on air. Sari, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And which one are you calling in about?
I'm calling in the best job I've ever had.
Oh, yeah, what was it?
Training Santa Claus helpers around Australia.
So do you mean the elves?
No, the Santa Clauses themselves.
Oh, I see. How do you train them up? What do they have to do?
Well, there's lots of things they needed to learn to do and not to do. So I spent many years running around the country training a whole lot of them.
Sound like a drill instructor at an army camp. Not to do. First of all, I think we all want to know what they got to be told what not to do. Don't put your arm around the mums, okay?
Well, just watch what you say and how you say it, and watch your hands are always visible.
You've got to be told. Where are you getting these Santas from? This is a movie, isn't it? And Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Santa School. I didn't know there was such a thing. A finishing academy, like a Top Gun of Santas.
Yeah, what's the pass rate? How many Santas get turned away?
Oh, look, there wasn't necessarily a number. There was just most Santas got through as long as they did all the things that needed to be done from Santa School.
And would you fail anyone from Santa School?
Oh, yes, definitely. If
Imagine
people
that.
didn't do what you felt was comfortable and right.
What happened to you? You go to that Santa School. No, I don't want to talk about it. You've got to really take a good long look at yourself in the mirror if you got thrown out of Santa School.
You already bought the beard in the suit.
Oh, no, it didn't fit. I got an allergy to the beard. That's great. Thanks for your call, mate.
Thanks so much, Christian. See you.
Santa School. I can't stop thinking about it. Tim.
Christian.
Tim, best job you ever had. What was it, mate?
I worked at Kodak many years ago, before digital come out.
So what, developing all the film?
Yes, and we worked in the dark for 12 hours.
Doesn't sound that great.
It was fun when you went in blind, because Took you about 12 minutes or about 10 minutes to actually get your eyesight.
Yeah, because you had that the red light in there, and then...
they were like a little orange light that went around the doors, but you had they were called rotundas that you had to walk in and out of to keep the dark.
Dark?
To keep the dark, to keep the light out.
Keep the dark in. Guys,
I'll keep the dark in.
Out, all right.
And then, you'd hear someone come in because you had to say mind out, so people didn't run into each other. Oh, no, plenty of time until you could get your eyesight.
Oh, right,
but the best part about it was the ones that had their eyesight, you knew who was coming. Yeah, you know which one was coming in, so you go and flip them around. And
it's complicated stuff, Tim. I'm glad they went digital, I tell you.
It's stringing rackets for Nadal. No, not Nadal. One of the others. Stringing rackets for... Yes, he's still in.
The more they said mind out, you knew they were blind. So
still
blind for the 10 minutes. So you
really
go
just, the best part of it is the eye thing I'm getting here, Tim. All right, Tim. Lovely stuff. Thank you very much for your call.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye now, Tim. He's just adjusting his eyes again.
Mind out.
And again 3 times. That's the best part of that great job he had. Was the... Ali, I didn't think we'd get any calls. You've worn a disguise?
Yes. When Taco Bell first came last year, my partner and I were so excited that we drove for 2 hours to go. And while we were there, we thought, well, we can't just go once. So we went 3 times. But we were too embarrassed to go in and be recognised for the 3rd time in a day. So we wore wigs and new jackets, and we swapped glasses, and they were believable wigs, and I genuinely don't think they recognised us.
Did you get the whole hog and put an accent on as well?
No, we didn't go that far.
That's too much, isn't it? Yeah, the accent's just too much, Christian. Yeah, the wigs, the glasses, the jackets. And do you think they had any inclination? Oh, here they come again, Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah, what is it? We don't really care. That's brilliant. Ali, thank you very much for your call.
Thank you. Bye.
So mind out.
On a brighter note, you're listening to the Christian O'Connell Show podcast.
We get so many great stories on 3 Topic Tuesday. We have over 2 million calls in just 1 hour. Fact. Jack rolls his sleeves up. He takes calls too. Got Rio, Colette and Tommy working on it. It's a 4-person job team. Just an email from someone who said they called up, spoke to the show's receptionist, Jack with a question mark. I love the idea of you being sat on reception and then also dealing with guests coming in again. Hang on, Christian's needing to have another link. Yeah. I saved up for an electric guitar. I'll sign to delivery in a minute. Just hang on.
How may I direct your call?
All right, let's go to Lance.
How you doing, Christian?
Yeah, I'm good. Lance, best job you ever had? What was it?
Well, I was a sound engineer for Stevie Nicks for 15 years.
Now that is amazing. One of the greats. What a gig.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
You got any good
stories? Probably the highlight of my life. I got a lot. Not a lot I can tell, but yeah, some.
Was it pretty wild?
Oh, it was great. It was great. It was a lot.
That's the perfect answer to was it wild? It was great. And so did you go all over the world with Stevie when she was touring?
Yeah, no, I toured with her. I did monitor engineer when she was on tour. And when she was home, I hung out in her home. I built her home studio and recorded her just about every night.
That's amazing.
Really cool.
And she must have had like all the greats of rock and roll would come out and hang out there, right?
I met a lot of good people there, yeah.
Yeah. Who did you meet? Come on, name drop.
I met Eddie Van Halen. We had U2 when they had Rattle and Hum. We had their album party at her house, so they were all there. Billy Idol, tons of people I've caught. Jack Nicholson.
Jesus, man, there's got to be a book in you with all these great stories.
Yeah, well, it led me to other great tours, too. I mean, I've gone out with Madonna, Lionel Richie, Cher. I basically lived the rock and roll lifestyle.
You've got to write a book about this. I mean, the access that you would have seen.
Yeah, I saw a lot.
Yeah, that sounded just
That's
sad.
the title of the book.
So too much.
But the best thing I bought because of it was, of course, a house.
Of course.
You know, what better than mortar and brick?
Yeah. Quite right. I wouldn't put that bit at the end of the book. Bit of a sort of practical advice that would bore me, to be honest. And the moral of this is just invest in bricks and mortar.
It wasn't the juicy rock and roll excerpt that we were hoping for.
All right, Lancey boy, we'll leave it there. Lance, thank you very much for your call, mate. That was a brilliant story. Loved it.
You got it. Take care, Christian.
Bye-bye now. I got it, guys.
The Christian O'Connell Show podcast.
In radio, you're always told they can only handle one thought per link. We say you can handle more than that. We're doing 3 phone-ins tonight at the same time. Here they are. My daughter lost a 2,000-word essay she'd been working on. She's got some big exams before the Easter break. No backup.
Gotta save.
Gotta save.
Gotta save.
It's one click. Little auto-save. You gotta save. However, she lost it all. When have you lost it all? This happens a lot. You hear about people in some big work project, no backup, or they knocked coffee into their laptop. This must happen a lot. There must be some awful stories. PC and laptop nightmares with no backup. You just lost it all.
Yeah. I'm reading the Pixar book at the moment. They lost Toy Story 2.
How can you lose an entire movie?
Yes, no, not the script. All the work they'd done for 6 months on animating it.
That's painstaking.
Someone did a
work.
delete all on the master computer.
Why would that even be an option? There should never be a delete all. How about delete 5% of it? Or like in cooking, a sousson? Delete a sousson, a smidgen of it. Never, ever give anyone the option to delete all.
The way they described it is it actually came up with a bar on the screen that's like deleting everything. And as they
like a movie when that bar goes,
the bar's delete, and then
Woody's go, no.
They rushed to the wall and pulled the plug out of the wall.
It feels like a Pixar storyline itself, doesn't it? All right, so I lost it all. Poor Joe Biden. The next one comes from Joe Biden. You seen that footage? It's gone all over the world. Of poor old sleepy Joe falling over, going up the stairs, not coming down. I mean, what is it about the US presidents? Trump had a problem going down the stairs. Sleepy Joe can't even get up them to get to his nap place. Air Force One.
It's safer to fall upwards, though.
Yes,
if he's tumbling down, that's danger.
For sure. That's why he did it, yeah? Take a safety fall. Spectacular falls when you've tripped, fallen over. It's humiliating, isn't it? But suddenly, if you're the president of the free world and everyone calls you Sleepy Joe, I bet Trump was laughing his ass off about that when he saw that clip. But big falls, spectacular falls that you've had. And this comes after yesterday's show when Jack told us that he blames his dad for not having the ability to queue, line up for anything. I blame my parents. What family traits have you inherited, good and bad?
The Christian O'Connell Show podcast.
Let's take some stories right now on the lines. Aurora.
My husband had a spectacular fall when he fell down with the staircase.
What happened?
We took him to Thailand for a special birthday, and he was left in the room. I went next door to check on the kids, and he went down the stairs to check out the living area, and as he walked back up the stairs, put one foot on the landing when the rest of the staircase underneath him just collapsed. And he surfed. He kneed the staircase as it collapsed. Like he kept his balance, he just rode the staircase. Yeah.
What a special birthday treat you'd laid on for him.
I know. We just, my husband and my son said, I can see the headlines now, Mum. Wife takes husband on holidays.
Different story, but yes, Aurora, well told. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now. We can all see the headlines, can't we, to a different story. Anywho, Jamie.
How you going? I had a spectacular fall when I was 10. I was in a sleeping bag. It was pulled, and I bit off my own tongue with my teeth.
What?
So what? You stood in the sleeping bag?
I was head to toe in the sleeping bag, zipped right up to my chin with my hands inside.
Yep, nothing to brace your fall.
No, this is...
And then I got in the way of the tully a little bit, maybe just moved me a little bit. With pulling the end of the sleeping bag, I went down. And I put my teeth through my tongue.
Oh, yay. Oh, you can see the headline now. Wife takes husband on holiday. What is it about sleeping bags? I remember a friend of mine, we went camping, he got trapped in it. We couldn't get him out for 2 hours. He was starting to get really panicky in there. You know when that zip gets something, it gnarls up a bit of the... He was getting really scared in there. We were on the verge of calling the fire brigade. Oh, that's a great story. Thank you very much for giving us a call, Jamie. Josh.
So about 19 months ago, we had our first daughter, and we took the camera in to take all the good shots. The missus said to me, hand the camera over, because I'm terrible at the camera. And so the anaesthetist grabbed the camera off us and took a lot of happy photos. And 5 days later, we loaded the camera up to the computer, and nothing was there. Not one photo of the birth.
What, nothing of like mum and baby, you and baby, those first moments?
Zero, nothing.
I can't even laugh at this because those photos are everything.
Priceless. He's obviously done 9 years of uni and doesn't know how to operate a camera. So,
well, he to be fair,
he's got to be looking after all the drugs.
You know, there's a lot going on. They've got to be moment by moment. Anything can go, can happen. And it's not his job to start setting up the light and the tripod. I've got to be honest. The person with nothing to do is you, Josh. It's your fault, Josh. Sorry, Josh. If you're looking for any kind of support here, you're not getting it. Trying to throw the anaesthetist under the bus.
Yeah, it's true. Totally my fault.
All right, Josh, get on there, okay? Thank you very much for your call.
Have a good one, guys.
And you. Thanks, mate. Sharon.
Well, I've had some spectacular falls over the years. Most recently, I was at the dog park. This dog ran straight into me, collided in my legs, flipped me up in the air, and then I was flat on my face on the ground. I was completely, concussed and in, a bit of a shock to my body.
The dog owners apologise and stuff like that.
Well, he did apologise. He offered to get me sushi. And I thought, well, that was interesting.
No, I'm no medical expert. I don't think that's the cure for concussion. Was it Paddy Dangerfield?
Yeah,
would you like some sushi? I can't see. I'm seeing stars. What happened? Sushi?
Nigiri or sashimi?
I know a great pho place round here.
Absolutely not.
Oh, dear. Sharon, I feel so sorry for you. All right, Sharon, rest up. Take it easy.
Fantastic. Thanks, guys.
The Christian O'Connell Show podcast.
Have you ever seen anyone famous in the gym? Our producer Tom, when he first rocked into town, we rescued him from his old home on Triple M, like a little rescue pet. He told me that he'd seen Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen in the gym in Perth, several hours before a show that night. Bruce Springsteen. Now let's hear this eyewitness report right now from producer Tom. Tom, take us through it.
It was January 22nd, 2017. I was in the gym in Perth.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
first of all, what kind of gym? Like a Fitness First or one of those 24-hour meathead places? Or
no, it's Next Gen in Kings Park in Perth.
Okay. Yep.
And I walked in and there was Bruce Springsteen doing free weights.
Free weights. Of course, he's on the free weights, isn't he? And when he does his rep counts as well, he's going 2, 3, 4. Tramps like us on a broken freeway. So he's doing free weights, and is everyone else going, oh my God, don't look, but that is the boss over there.
Yeah, he was doing a tricep curl from memory.
Oh, come on! Come on, tricep curl! That's for the big windmill, isn't it? When he's been that big power finish.
And is this before a show or after a Bruce Springsteen show?
Well, no, he was there. Must have been prior to sound check because it was in the morning.
Same day as the show.
Come on, he does a 3.5 hour show. How has he got more energy to get in a quick free weight workout with the dumbbells?
He's the boss.
So, how could you tell it was definitely Bruce Springsteen, not just someone who looked a bit like him in Perth?
No, it was Bruce Springsteen. You don't mistake the boss when you see him doing tricep curls.
But how close were you? It could just look from, if it's doing tricep curls, you might have seen the back of the head of the boss.
Well, I also needed to use the free weight, so I had to wait for him to finish the set.
Oh, right, you going, are you almost done with those?
You done with those 40s?
Have you seen Tom 40s? That's great. Okay, so have you seen someone famous in the gym? I met a lady last week who told me she has no fingerprints.
What?
Oh, like Men in Black.
Yeah, straight up, right? I was buying someone a gift, and it was behind one of these, these cabinets they don't want you in. You've got to go and ask them to open it up.
Yep.
And normally it's a key thing, but this one, now they don't do the keys. It's like a fingerprint thing where the staff put the fingerprint on, it opens up.
High tech.
Yeah. She goes, oh, no, I can't. I won't be able to open this. I'll have to get one of my assistants to do it. She was the manager, right? And she said, I can't do this. I have no fingerprints. I went, what? I think everyone has a fingerprint. That's why criminals, the database, is fingerprints. She went, no, I can't use an iPhone or anything like that. I have no fingerprints.
Did she say why?
I was too worried to ask in case there'd been some terrible industrial accident.
Yeah.
She lost her family or something. They went in the vat and she was the only one that survived. And I go, anyway, can I get that vase?
Just the fingers went in and she was able to pull them out of the cauldron.
Right. So, what don't you have? Horsham. I drove through it 2 weeks ago on our road trip to South Australia and Adelaide. Horsham is Victoria's tidiest town.
Yes, and in 2001 was Australia's tidiest town.
Yep. What is your town famous for?
This is the Christian O'Connell Show podcast.
Tom, our producer, swears blind that he saw Bruce Springsteen on the free weights at a gym, Next Gen was it, he said, in Perth.
Yep.
Hours before a show. A couple of people have been messaging about this. Christian, he's famous for it. I mean, he's famous for his songs, not going to the gym. I love Springsteen. I love that most of all. Just how often he works out. He was using a gym on Chapel Street for his last tour. He works out twice daily. Where does Springsteen get? He's 70 now and do a 3-hour show. Christian, I saw Lou Reed in 2003 at the gym in the Hard Rock, Las Vegas. John Travolta working out at 3 a.m. He kept trying to talk to me. Don't know why. That was also from somebody else in Vegas as well. All right, famous in the gym. Let's go to Michael.
Hey, mate. How are you? I saw Guy Pearce.
Oh, nice.
I think it was just before he was filming for Iron Man 2, seeming as he had a shirtless role in there.
Yep. All right, and what was he? What particular bit was he also on the free weights like Springsteen?
He was on the bench press.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how much he
benched? Getting that chest workout going because when he had his top off in Iron Man 2, it was all situated around the chest area.
Right. Okay.
So
you know a lot about that scene in Iron Man 2.
Oh, you're really second mention of that shirtless scene. It's really left an impression on Michael here. Send it forever will. Burned into the memory. Michael, thank you very much for your call.
Too easy. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Tom. I don't even remember that scene of me being shirtless in Iron Man 2. Ian.
I don't have a belly button.
How come? I thought we all had an innie or outie.
Yeah, I've got an outie. Well, I did have an outie, and that's the reason why, because I had a hernia on the belly button, and so the surgeon on the day said, do you mind not having a belly button? And I said, well, I'm 55. At the time, I was 55. I said, well, nobody's going to really look at me down the beach, so yeah, why not?
But hernia is like an internal tear or rupture, isn't it? Why is he taking out your belly button? That's like the antenna.
Well,
what's that got to do with it?
Well, the belly button was just getting bigger, the bulge was getting bigger and bigger. The outie.
So it's almost becoming like an extra leg.
yeah, virtually.
You can use it like a tripod if you're at the bar, just extend it.
I didn't know that outies keep growing.
They don't.
Maybe because of the belly, the hernia was behind it. I don't know.
Okay. It's like, you know how your ears never stop growing?
Yeah. Well, they don't stop. They do stop growing.
Apparently ears never stop.
And your nose.
Sorry, Ian, I'm going to have to let you go to bed to get into this. Ears don't just keep growing. Otherwise, you see people, you'd be burying people, right? They're trying to slam the coffin in the door when you've got 8-foot ears.
That's why older people have big ears.
Yeah,
but
and
they
the
suddenly
nose.
get a bit bigger, don't they? Or does their face shrink?
Suddenly get bigger, turning from 80 to 81 and you wake up with big ears. No, it's a gradual growing of the ears.
What do you mean? Like a millimetre a year? Or what's the kind of graph on that?
What is it, Pat? Millimetre a year?
I don't know, but your nose gets bigger as well.
So your ears and nose both get bigger because you're right. You do see a lot of... It's mainly the men. Got those big old men ears, haven't they?
Yeah.
And your feet, after you're pregnant, after you have a baby, your feet get bigger.
I think that's just during pregnancy, isn't it? They swell and then they retract.
I'm up a size.
Did you really?
Yeah.
So you had to get all new shoes?
Yeah, like length. I didn't have cankles.
No,
it's not because I had cankles.
I've got
They
flippers.
bigger.
I gave birth, and next night I literally woke up with a daughter and a pair of flippers of feet. Where are we going? Where are we going this? We need a doctor to call in. I do not believe that ears just keep growing.
They keep growing.
I think the day you wake up 60, they start getting bigger at 60.
No.
Maybe 65. They tell you what doesn't happen. It's an outie belly button doesn't get you like Jack and the Beanstalk. Have we got more calls? Yes, we have. We'll be doing 3 Topic Tuesday. I've forgotten that. Jameson, thanks for calling 3 Topic Tuesday. You can get us back on an even rudder here. Which one are you calling in about?
I'm calling in about what makes your town famous, Christian.
Yes, and what is the town famous for?
So I live in Mount Evelyn, out in the southeast, and when we had our hard rubbish collection about a couple of months ago, some of the locals decided to use the hard rubbish to set up a house on the main roundabout in the middle of our town. So this was just, it had a bedroom, a bathroom, there was a dining area, and there was a cot with a doll in it. The clothesline even had clothes on it.
This is genius.
It was really, really good. It was really funny. It was in the newspaper. It was all over the local Facebook groups. Until it was unfortunately packed up the next day. But yeah,
what
it was
killjoys.
awesome.
I mean, that is a reason to go and check it out. I mean, I'd go on a detour to see that, go on a road trip. What a great idea.
It was very funny being a local and seeing everyone sort of like come from all over to see it. But unfortunately, the local police thought it was a bit of a roadside distraction, so they made the local council pack
we
it
need
up.
to try and recreate this.
Let's build it again.
Let's build a new house with new bits. This is a great idea. Yeah,
it's a very good idea.
Yeah, I'm going to have to Google this now and find that. Hey, thanks very much for calling for that. Have a $100 delivery voucher.
On a brighter note, you're listening to the Christian O'Connell Show podcast.
We just heard from a guy who doesn't have a belly button. He had an outie, and then he got removed as part of a hernia operation.
Yeah.
And this sent us down a wormhole of... Why do old men's ears get bigger and their noses get bigger? Jack, what have you found out?
I claimed that the ears never stop growing, which is a myth. Our nose...
What a surprise, seeing as it made no sense.
No, but there is something to it. Our nose and ears are made of cartilage, and while many people mistakenly believe that cartilage never stops growing, the fact is it does stop growing. But because it breaks down as we age, our nose and ears begin to sag, making it look bigger.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So they're not growing, but they're sagging. Gravity's growing them, really.
Okay, so this morning then, what don't you have? What is your town famous for? And famous at the gym after Tom, our producer, swears blind that he saw Bruce Springsteen. I'm now starting to believe he really did see Springsteen. It's Bruce Springsteen on the free weights at a gym in Perth. So who have you seen famous at the gym? 9414-1043. Fiona, what don't you have, Fiona?
I don't have earlobes.
Really? Well, how come?
I don't know. I think it's a hereditary thing. So my father doesn't have them, and now I've passed it on to my daughter.
She's lobeless as well.
She's lobeless, yes.
But you have to have some sort of lobe. How does it?
It's just straight. So
it goes.
How you sort of have that little dangly.
And as it's coming down the bottom where it meets the jawline, it just goes straight into the joint line.
Yeah,
There's no little
keeps
sort of
on going.
nub.
That's right.
So you can't wear earrings?
Well, I can, but there's not a lot of room, so I can't wear big earrings.
Do you know what? Can you Google Clint Eastwood? Okay. I don't think Clint Eastwood has earlobes.
Oh, there you go.
Let's find out. Also Google celebrities who don't have earlobes. I'm pretty sure Eastwood does not have earlobes.
I mean, he's got a small earlobe. Mm-hmm. He's got you would say...
Is it a nub, though? Could he put an earring in like a hoop one, like a pirate?
Yeah, Clint Eastwood. It's called an extreme form of an attached earlobe, which means it runs straight into the face.
Eastwood's got that.
Eastwood's got that.
Bang. I knew it. Thank you. All right, Fiona, thank you very much for that. We'll give you a $100 delivery voucher.
Thank you.
Just for having no lobes.
Now, can I ask, is that something you just remembered, a fact you remembered, or did you picture
I
Eastwood
pictured him
like,
as the outlaw Josie Wells. I think that guy could not wear a hooped earring. Johnny Depp, yes, but Eastwood, no.
That's a photographic memory of ears of celebrities.
During the next song, let's see who else. What other celebrities? Let's name them. Don't have earlobes, okay? Who we got here waiting for us? Peter, so what is your town famous for?
Famous for being the smallest mountain in the world. It's called Witchy Proof.
Witchy Proof. This is great. It's the smallest mountain in the world. Sounds like a kids' movie.
It is. It's just like a little pimple in the Mallee up in northwest Victoria there. So
yeah. So why is it not just a hill?
Because it's made out of rock structure.
Is that what defines?
Just being dirt.
Is that what stops a hill from being a mountain?
I think so.
Tell you what, we're kicking up a lot of questions today.
I'm not a scientist, but it's also famous for having a weird race that Mike Willisey used to host on Channel 9, and it was called King of the Mountain, and they had to race up the hill with a 40-kilogram sack of wheat on their back. So first to the top.
Yeah, again. Every day longer I live here, more stuff gets uncovered.
Yeah.
I peel another layer. Right, on TV, you say?
Yeah, it was.
What happened to it, Peter? Why don't they race up the hill?
I think too many people broke their backs.
Jack, lobeless celebrities. Justin has texted in saying Paul Stanley from Kiss. No earlobes.
I'll add him to the list, but there are some A-listers that don't have earlobes.
All right, so Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood, you were right about that. Doesn't have earlobes. Angelina Jolie.
No earlobes?
No earlobes.
That's why Brad left her. Nothing to nibble on when they're spooning up or anything like that. He likes a lobe. I'm telling you now, he likes a lobe.
Maybe that's why Chris Martin left Gwyneth Paltrow. No earlobes.
What?
Tom Cruise, very lobeless.
Really?
Very lobeless.
Wow.
And Matt Damon, no earlobes.
Right, now you know everyone.
The Christian O'Connell Show podcast.
As always on the show, we raise awareness of the important issues. Like tonight. Did any of us know this week is International Pain Awareness Week? It is tonight's At Night Time Waster. Doesn't need to have an awareness week. Pain. If you've had pain or you're in pain, you're really aware of it. That's how pain works. Who's going, pain? I have zero awareness of this thing they're
we
talking about.
don't pay that enough attention.
Yeah. How are they even spelling it? I'm so unaware of pain. A survey revealed the 5 most painful everyday injuries. Now, most of these, stepping on Lego or a power adapter, biting your tongue, paper cut, hitting your ankle on a scooter. Is that an everyday, unless you own one?
And even then, you shouldn't be hitting it every day.
And then being struck by a retracting tape measure.
Oh, that does hurt.
Yeah, I know, but again, it's not every day, is it? All right, painful movies. Oh, aches on a plane.
Gold.
Tango and Whiplash. Oh, really hurt my neck.
Gold.
Ben hernia. Oh, trying to change a tyre on this chariot.
Gold for the extra little bit.
Thank you. Ferris Bueller's leg off. Oh, you got very bad
that
leg,
would
Ferris.
be painful.
Painful. Be aware, Ferris.
Gold.
Pile driving Miss Daisy.
No.
Painful for the poor old lady. Pile drive into the earth to support a building. That's what a pile driving thing is.
You wouldn't read that out if it got sent
I
in.
would.
No, you
I
wouldn't.
would. Pile driving, it's a thing. Pile driving, Miss Daisy.
Stop saying
Come on, my engineers, my builders know what I'm talking about. The thought of being pile drive by accident, it's like hitting an ankle on a scooter, guys. Jack, what have you got? Painful movies.
Hot stub toe machine.
Oh, that does hurt, doesn't it? Huh? Yes, okay. Silver.
A doubler here. Brakes on a sprain. Brakes on a sprain.
Wait, put the brakes on it?
I made the audience laugh.
What, we pointed at
No,
Patsy
break.
there.
I'm like,
Patsy's the audience?
Break my arm.
Oh, I see.
And my arm and my wrist was already sprained.
Yeah,
Brakes
okay.
on a sprain.
Yep. Silver minus.
Weekend at Chinese Bernie's.
The audience, as you referred to Patsy earlier. That's what he thinks of you, by the way. It's the audience.
I know.
And 4 wedgies in a funeral.
Oh, gold plus. 4 wedgies and a funeral. That's it. Painful memories. What have you got for us?
Painful movies?
Oh, what did I say?
Painful memories would be a really sad way to finish the show. What's your painful memory?
And then what happened? Oh, my word. Okay, have $250 worth of Interfloor vouchers. Take 2. Painful movies is what he meant to say. Matty has Pearl Harbor.
Gold.
The Bruise Brothers.
Silver.
What Brucey boy. Ouching Tiger, Hitting Dragon.
Gold.
Pretty in Pink Eye.
Gold.
Different movie, right? Jodie. What on Jodie? Mary Pops Pills. Oh, Mary Poppins.
Silver.
We brought her. Ooh, cramp.
Bronze.
No. Nice try though. We're getting cramp in. Back to the suture.
Don't know what that is, bronze.
A dressing.
No, it's like a stitch, isn't it? A suture.
What is a stitch but on a dressing? Let's not fall out on medical issues. I've been watching Grey's Anatomy. Suture.
Don't argue, guys. It's Pain Awareness Week.
All right, guys, let's put our pain differences aside. Should we talk about painful memories tomorrow, by the way? It's just come to me. What did you get for that?
Bronze.
All right, okay. After all that, oh, brother, where gout thou?
Silver.
Well done, Leroy. Break wrist at Tiffany's.
Gold.
Full metal jock itch.
Gold.
Gangrene mile.
Silver.
Crocodile done gone bit my knee.
It's a good attempt, but it's
It
only
is
silver.
It is. Sorry, Emily. A lot of work went into that. Big Mama's gout. It's enough gout ones for today, everyone.
Bronze.
That'll be enough.
The Christian O'Connell Show podcast.